Hello, everybody. My name is Frenchie, also known as Redman89. Today, we are playing The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. This is an FMV game created by the same people who made a lot of other FMV games. One I've played on this stream is Shapeshifting Detective. And so I really don't know much about this game. It seemed interesting. I think we're just going to hop right in here. Doctor, we've been expecting you. Detective rating rookie right now. I don't know. Hopefully. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. You saw that, right, Jer? You can't see anything, Jer? I'm seeing continue new game and all that. What the actual freak? I am pissed because I thought it was playing just fine. What? How can it possibly be recording the continue screen, but I'm on my game? I hate this. I had it all set up. Why is it frozen? Okay, you probably see something different now, right? But the question is, I mean, but it's probably you're probably not. Oh, okay. Are you seeing things move now too? Me scrolling through the options. This shit pisses me off. Okay, we're gonna try again here. I wanna play through that thing again because it got missed. All right. New game. Yes. Thanks for tuning in, Ian and Jer. No sound? No sound?
It takes me somewhere else. Literally somewhere else.
God
That's probably better, right?
But something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
I've tuned down the in-game audio. Still no sound?
Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last
Okay.
night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
The in-game audio is very loud on my end, so I had to turn it down, and that I didn't adjust it in OBS so you guys could hear it.
The central component of our universe is chaos. Science can only document.
This guy's definitely selling us something.
Any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world. No matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You think this is funny?
You're insane, Doctor.
People are getting eaten and you're
Listen
laughing?
to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job.
You don't know why these games appeal to me? What do you mean? These games are great. This one you have to like type things in.
You're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the pace. You're late. And after all those promises. You're late.
You're
and
late.
After all those promises.
And after all those promises, never mind.
Act 1. Who are you?
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we cared. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day. I'll see you later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
Okay. Mariana is up first, I think. If I'm remembering what she just said. Patient names have dots next to them. Red, keep talking to them. Amber, you're done. To continue button appears when all patients are amber, and green, you've asked everything. Going green is optional. Okay. Mariana. Type your question here, or type hint. You today, Mariana.
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep
picking me up for public nudity.
Hey, Meta. Yeah, I'm just really busy. I actually can't stream for very long today, but why did the police pick you up?
I think they think I'm a naturist or something.
Naturist means nudist.
They picked me up 5 times in the last month.
I don't know. Oh, my notes are flashing. Verbal mirroring. A new study in psychology yesterday suggests the same words as your patient increases trust. Use yes or no when answering questions. If my patients seem confused, I've probably asked something they have more than one answer to. To do, say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them, and see what they know about Dekker. Annotations idea. Should follow this up. Definitely follow this up. I'll remove or when done. Okay. How did you find Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients, as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
Okay. Are you a naturist?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Okay. You've been having blackouts. Have you?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange, as I can hold my breath for a really long time.
In one sentence, pitch this game to me.
But
You have
I
to
went swimming before I black out.
type people,
Dr. Dekker
type
thought it
phrases
was anxiety originally.
to
Then
suss
worked it
out.
out.
He worked what out? So you have to type these phrases up here. To get them to say specific things, and then that'll be in your notes, and you have to figure out who killed Dr. Dekker, I guess.
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
That's fair, I guess. Ask about the octopus. That is a fascinating necklace. Can you tell me more about it?
I have no idea about that.
Maybe, that was too specific. Tell me more about your necklace.
Nope. Don't know.
Okay, I don't know. That's about as clear as I can make it, I think. Do you feel anxious?
Like you're not listening.
She's mad because she said it wasn't anxious, anxiety. Tell me more about yourself.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
I know you're Mariana, but I want to know more about you. Maybe it's Bacon's first 48. I didn't understand that at first. I had to reread that. So do I actually have any notes? Okay, she wanted what did she say? A clean slate? What should I say? Tell me about your trench? What does your trench mean? your blackouts? I've already asked that.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Okay. So these double asterisks mean I should follow more about it. Mariana's Trench, nice. I gotcha. I feel great. What about you? No, let's feel anxious. What is triggering your blackouts? No. I know you are Mariana.
I don't know about that. I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works?
This is tough. This is tough.
The police keep picking me up for public nudity. He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
Okay. It would be helpful to know his prognosis.
I want to stop having the blackouts.
Nailed it.
I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Perhaps Mariana should stop going to the beach or have somebody watch or record her. Is anyone with you when you black out? Have you considered having someone record you?
I film myself doing, lots of things.
Was she actually naked in public?
It's
Yes.
not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
How often do you black out? Nope. Let's go
I
back to
do
this.
suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
How did he work it out? Oh, I already asked that. There's something more here. And here.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Are you feeling okay?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, I got an achievement. Are you feeling okay?
I don't have an answer for
Okay.
that.
Would you ask her about drug use? I can. Do you use drugs?
That doesn't really
No.
mean anything to me.
She doesn't. I don't know why there's 2 stars here. This is such a quick
I
thing.
think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong.
And on this one here, too.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Ha ha ha. John, think about it in real life if somebody really told you. What if somebody really told you? Ask for a hint. I could suggest someone watches her blackout. I didn't already type that.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Creepy. Well, okay, so if I was really talking to somebody like this, I would say that I couldn't because I can't be with her all the time.
No, I don't know about.
No. I don't know. Let me try to always phrase it in a question. Why do you want me to watch you?
I don't know.
Oh, that was nothing. Doesn't it happen at certain places or something like that? Yeah. Where are you when you black out?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
How long can you hold your breath?
I don't know.
Okay. This is tough. This is tough. Sunstroke, that's probably it. Why do you go to the beach?
There's more than one question there. Break it down for me?
Not really, but there's probably a lot of stuff. Do you like the beach?
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
Lady, I promise you I'm not so attractive that you should be hitting on me like this. Okay, so that only had 1 star. Have you asked how long she's been having blackouts? Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. How long have you been having blackouts? Nope. Is she a sex addict? Well, she ends up naked all the time. What did I say? I said, are you a naturist? Which one?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she doesn't know about that. What sights are there at the beach? What sights are there?
Nope.
Is she a sex addict? I don't want to ask her that. Where are your shoes?
That doesn't. Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Will you watch me? How could I watch you?
I don't have an answer for.
Why do you want me to watch you?
That doesn't mean.
Fucking what? Yeah.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling?
And then did I say, are you feeling okay? Just, are you feeling okay? I did, and she didn't know that.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Okay. Let's tip for a hint again. I've asked... Okay. I asked that. I swear.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach. Like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The police are getting suspicious.
Use plain language. She said naturist. It said use reflective language. Where are your clothes?
I never find my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked. I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all.
How much money do you make?
It's early days. The business isn't doing that great, but I really enjoy my job, if that helps. You can make a lot of money or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both.
Some of the words are bold. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've been trying to... What stuff do you find at the beach? What stuff do you find at the beach? Beach. Nope. I can watch you black out. Oh, it's... Oh. Use yes or no when answering questions. Okay.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
Okay. Well, I'm almost wrapped up here. Only 2 more 2-star questions.
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Before you black out.
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
No, I don't like dancing.
Dancing is good for you in so many ways. Just turn the music up, close your eyes, and let yourself go. You should try it sometime. I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing.
When do you go dancing?
I dance a lot at nightclubs.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Do you drink when you black out? How much do you drink?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Bro, that's concerning as fuck. Yeah, I agree. See, she is drinking. Yeah, but she won't answer the question.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka
I
shots
should say
all
vodka, not drink. Do you like vodka?
night. I don't drink.
That's concerning because that's contradictory. That's weird. If you don't drink, why do you like cheap vodka? Objection. Don't drink and dance ever? That's a good idea.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
I don't know what to do with that because she says she doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
I don't drink. I don't drink.
No, I don't know about that.
And there's nothing here. There's no stars here. She's lying. Are you lying?
I have. I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Okay. So let's go down that line of questioning. Again, how did he work it out? There's no star there either, though.
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing.
And then she said...
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna start talking to somebody else. Anxiety? Okay, so if I type in anxiety.
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety.
Okay, whatever.
GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
No, I don't think you breathe badly.
That doesn't really...
No, you don't breathe badly. Is it breathe badly?
That doesn't... Dr. Dekker thought I had...
Oh, sorry about that.
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
Breathing badly. No, you aren't breathing badly.
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
This is bad. Can you lay down?
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath. Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Okay. Yes, I will watch you.
So, it's a date then?
No, not a date.
I'll let you
Specifically,
know.
not a date. That is against the rules.
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing.
Okay.
Do you like dancing?
When do you go dancing? Dancing.
I don't know.
When do you go? I didn't see which question it was. Which question is that? Which question is that?
I dance a lot at
There we
nightclubs.
go.
I know most of the nightclubs around
She's
here.
fired from being
My
in this.
favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Okay. Vodka? But that one is not.
I don't-
Okay, you know what? I'm done with her. Ask her about the Pearl, where she dances. Do you like the Pearl?
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
Is she getting drugged, maybe? She doesn't drink vodka. She doesn't drink at all. Or the roofies. What is in? Black lighting?
I don't have an app. The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
What do you do to relax? Okay, that's it. I'm going to someone else. We're gonna go to Nathan. Hello, Nathan.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really.
What do you do at the supermarket?
I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
Why aren't you fit for work? Okay. Did you like Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him, but he won't remember it that way.
Did he say he used to be a dildo? No, he said he used to be a builder. Why wouldn't he see it that way?
I don't have anything.
What did you say?
Dr. Dekker was a complex man.
How was he complex?
I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like he couldn't decide what to do with himself.
What couldn't he decide?
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. He had so many options, he didn't know what to do. I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options run away.
Why did you stop being a builder?
I used to be a builder, contractor. I had to quit. It's hard watching a house get built, only to start all over again the next day. I needed something less obvious.
Why did you have to quit?
I don't know.
Why do you restart each day? Okay.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time.
Okay. Why wouldn't he remember it that way?
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday.
You repeat days?
I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help me, Doctor?
No.
I don't know how, but thank you, Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust you.
So no double star questions.
I watched that Bill Murray film.
Okay. Are there any clues?
I don't have an answer.
Let's type a hint, because I'm at a dead end here. Yeah, so how are you feeling?
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
No, you aren't in purgatory.
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway.
When do you move to the next day?
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
This is our first meeting, Nathan.
No. Sorry.
How many times have we met?
What? I don't know.
If I was groundhogging, I would learn to scratch tickets are they're big. What scratch tickets are big winners? How many days has it been?
Sorry.
Okay.
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
What do you mean nothing changes?
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak. Or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change. Like a murder.
Have you murdered someone?
Dr. Dekker's murder was sudden. Brutal. It's terrible. But Doctor, 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday, Monday, Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone, though. I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I? Few things seem to move me forward.
What moves you forward?
To move forward, I really have to sees something that feels like it can't be rewound, like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things.
Yeah, it's very solipsistic. Memorize all the Kino numbers? That's a good idea. You wouldn't even have to memorize all of them. You could just memorize one set. You only need one. You keep saying that, but getting really serial killer vibes? Yeah.
To move forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound, like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things.
Are you in control?
I'm not in control. Doctor, look at me. I'm broken. You need to help me. Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the birdsong will change, or the weather will be less bleak, or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change, like a murder.
What types of tragic event?
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously.
Okay,
When I
that's a good
came
question.
to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. It's a metal pushing through. That was 5 years ago.
Oof. Did you see Dr. Dekker's murder? No.
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault.
Why was it your fault?
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
Do you have deja vu?
I didn't see the driver.
I
It
don't
was
know.
my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me.
Lori.
Well, Hannah.
Who's Hannah?
She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. It's a metal pushing through. That was 5 years ago.
You were hit by a truck?
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake.
Are you okay with
Hannah
giving
would
us
still be
questions?
alive.
Yeah.
We probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then.
Especially if it seems like I'm stuck. Who is Hannah?
My fiancée, my childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl.
What is
I
secondary
was the
school?
quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for
Is
her.
that like high school?
I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again. Sorry, it's Warcraft? We spent a lot of time on there.
Nathan is yellow. Do you still play Warcraft? I have a level 69 blood elf on there, and I just cleared Fucking. What's a raid in Warcraft? I don't play Warcraft.
We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not the cool
You don't
thing
level up
do
to a different
anymore,
race.
but we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life.
Are you in a video game?
I don't know. And
Okay. Fuck you, Nathan. I'm leaving. Time's up. Hello, Ellen. The Lich King, Naxxramas, Ice Crown Citadel. That's all gibberish to me. Hello, Ellen.
Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh. My mum's into all that New Age stuff, and I think she thought it would make me seem more interesting.
Century. How are you today?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
What is stress? No. What do you do for work?
I work in a nursing home for the elderly.
Mm-hmm.
I basically do end-of-life care.
Okay. What is stressful about your job? I mean, you don't have to tell me.
It can be sad sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or
You
anything.
just said you were stressed. Imagine just saying hi and they're like, my name ain't Welsh, alright? Where are you from?
No,
You aren't Welsh?
I feel really bad. I can't answer your questions. I like animals. Let's talk about that.
Okay, sure. What animal could you take in a fight? No. What animals do you like?
I love animals, especially cats. I think everyone is either a cat person or a dog person.
I agree.
What are you, Doctor?
I am a cat person. I have 3 cats.
Yay, me too. I have a cat called Church. He's adorable.
How did he get the name Church? Okay. Oh, that brought up the Ellen.
Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh. My mum's into all that New Age stuff, and I think she thought it would make me seem more interesting.
Are you into New Age stuff?
New Age. Like auras and healing energy, crystals and all that. It's not really my thing.
Can you tell me about your necklace? No. Dumb name. She said Hannibal.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Right. How did you find Dr. Dekker?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
What are your problems? No. How much time did he have for you?
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
What did he talk about? What did you talk about?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else. I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful.
Are you stressed? Okay, let's go through here
It
again.
can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
A few is less than 9, I agree. She's lying too, I agree. She said she's stressed and then she said she's not stressed. You aren't stressed. You just said it was stressful.
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses. They're mean to me.
Why are they mean to you?
They call me the angel of death
Oh, fuck.
because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
You're a killer. You're a freak.
I'd really like to be able to answer you.
Are you a killer?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Probably shouldn't be a nurse. Yeah. How many patients have died?
3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
What's wrong with Hilda?
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say.
So I'm gonna kill
Thinks
her.
we're going to smother her in her sleep or something. She doesn't bother me though.
Why does she think you will smother her?
They're old. People die when they're old. I mean, medically speaking, it's heart failure or organ failure or pneumonia. They're all natural causes though.
So I'm all good except for this one. And this one.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
How was Dr. Dekker different? Huh. That's a loop question. How was he different?
He was a bit
There we go.
offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people.
Except your coworkers.
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Do you like end-of-life care?
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable.
Palliative care.
Making sure they're not in any pain. And I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
She's killing these people.
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of?
Gotcha,
The
Angle.
great unknown. No one should have to face that alone. I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you. The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds.
Meds and what's coming.
I comfort them.
What type of meds?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Herbal remedies. She just said she's not into New Age stuff, but she likes herbal remedies.
I'm a qualified herbalist. It's okay, you can laugh. Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
You aren't into New Age. Okay. Whatever, liar. Oh yeah, herbalism. Sorry, not herbalism. Don't be mean about British people. What else did she say? She said meds and... What's after?
I don't...
What comes next?
No.
Damn it.
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine
New
if
Age
you
and
only had a
herbs are
few
different.
days or weeks
I
left to
don't know.
live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
Would you want to spend it asleep?
I don't know.
They are asleep. They spend it asleep.
No.
You wake them up.
I'm really bad.
Oh, it's a question for me. No, I wouldn't want to be asleep.
Exactly. I feel like it's almost criminal. Like you're robbing people of their last moments on Earth. You should be able to savor the experience, not sleep your way to death.
What is there to savor?
I'm not saying anyone should be happy about dying. I've seen lots of people die, and it's a special moment. There's literally nothing else like it.
You kill Dr. Dekker?
I think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
How did he die?
I haven't really got anything.
Lock her up? Yeah. Lock her up like Hillary Clinton.
Death is frightening, isn't it?
Oh yeah, what comes next, right? Or what comes after?
I'd really like to be able to answer you.
What did we say?
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown.
Hillary Clinton.
No one should have to face that alone.
No.
Death is frightening.
No, we just watched that one.
I'm a qualified herbalist.
No, that wasn't it. I don't know. Let's try a hint really quick. Who are you?
I'm Elin. I'm
Oh,
25
okay.
and I'm a nurse.
Wow.
God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows. I'm Elin.
Elin, not even Ellen. Elin. Do you like dating shows?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
We don't look 25.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Do you like being a nurse? What kind of nurse are you? I already know this one, but when was the last time you dated?
No.
I don't know. Ask that to everyone, I guess. Yeah. Sorry for writing in your notes. Say hello to Elin for me and just let her know that Terry called for her. Jaya XX. Mariana's been through a lot. Wonder how all this makes her feel. Mariana has blackouts. Does she remember anything? Okay. Who is Jaya? Oh, who is Terry?
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Oh, there we go. There's Elin done. Terry called for you. Okay. Why doesn't Terry like you? Okay. Okay. Let's go to Claire. Actually, let's go back to Mariana. How do you feel about the blackouts? Do you hurt yourself during blackouts? Do you hurt yourself?
I have.
No. Ask if she's ever been injured. Yeah. Have you ever been injured?
No, nothing like that.
There we go.
I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
She's a mermaid. Is this all just Mariana's? No. I'd have to scroll all the way down to find Mariana's stuff again. But you said you don't drink.
Nope.
But you don't drink.
No.
Okay. Let me get a hint for Mariana. What do you know about Dr. Dekker's murder?
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
Why was he a good listener?
Dr. Dekker could really get inside you.
If you know what I mean.
It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
How did he get inside you?
That's not really helping.
Okay. Phrasing. I want more hints. Terry hints. Hint cooldown. Good old T hints.
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Let me try this. Yes, I like dancing.
I don't know about.
No, I don't like dancing. Okay. There's still 2 stars here.
I normally black out when I'm dancing.
Okay. And so, when do you... When do you dance? We already asked that.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
And she likes the Pearl.
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows? I don't.
Have you ever blacked out at another time?
Nope.
Do you always black out at the Pearl?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Okay, I don't know. Who are you? How is your breathing? Can I get a hint yet? Maybe dancing. Does dancing cause your blackout?
You think my dancing causes my blackouts?
Okay.
No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
That's it for Mariana. Did you ask her about swimming? When do you go swimming?
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time.
She keeps
Too
saying
long.
that.
Really.
Hold your breath.
I have.
Can you hold your breath?
That doesn't mean anything.
She keeps talking about holding her breath. How did Dr. Dekker die? Hey, Mac. Alright, I think I've seen this. How's life treating everyone? I'm back after months of dealing with COVID. Yeah, I heard you had COVID, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. Jeez. It's awful. Let's talk to Claire. Who are you?
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Alright, Claire, Jesus. How can I help you?
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind.
Why do they think you are crazy? Don't walk towards the camera.
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
Why are you here then? Why are you here?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Well, you are way too close, ma'am. What are your delusions?
Delusions. As in, seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
Why not?
I don't know. Sorry.
Why aren't you delusional? No.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Okay, what do you obsess about? What do you obsess over?
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you.
Okay, did I misspell the question? What are your obsessions?
No, that doesn't.
Am I misspelling the word?
Well, According to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Obsessive. How are you obsessive?
I'm obsessed with my husband.
Well, who isn't?
It's absurd, really.
Tell me about your husband. Who is your husband? How is it absurd?
I don't know anything about...
Frick you.
I'm obsessed with my husband.
I'm obsessed with my husband.
It's absurd, really.
Why is it absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
Why shouldn't he be?
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died.
Was he in an accident?
I don't have an answer.
Why is he lucky to be alive?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
What kind of problems?
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
What would have been avoided?
Our altercation,
She's cagey as hell.
the downfall since.
What was the altercation?
I tried to hurt David once. That's why I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
How did you try to hurt him?
I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
Yes. How badly was he hurt? Why did you stab him?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Got a lot of stuff. What do you do for work?
I don't work. I don't need to. Everything's paid for 100 times over.
How much are you paying me?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Okay.
My husband is not a well man.
Okay, let me ask that really quick. Why isn't he well?
I don't have anything to...
Why isn't he a well man?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Let me hear that again.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Okay. Health and caring. What is wrong with his health?
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
How do you care for him?
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Why can't you hire anyone?
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
Why isn't he ready for company?
Sorry.
Is he still alive?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that.
Is your husband dead? No.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch.
David in Lake House.
And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Do you have a lake house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
And then, who is David?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Okay, just making sure. What did the police say?
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
How can I help you? I already asked that. What do you want from me?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one. David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Okay, there's nothing highlighted on that one. Tell me about your main house now.
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
I don't know. This is
I
the
tried to
two-side
hurt
question.
David once. That's why I'm here, isn't
Oh,
it?
Dr. Dekker, yeah.
I'm not proud of my behaviour, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
So she was angry because of Iris, right? Why were you angry?
I never used to get angry.
Okay.
Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
Why would it be bad for you to lose control?
Let's save that for another time, shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Huh. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream.
Wait, hold on. What did she just say? What did she just say?
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into florist after what happened with David. Optometry was his dream,
Oh,
not mine.
I thought she said after David died.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
What were you wrong about? How long did you... She did say that? She did say that. At least that's what you heard too? But then when I played it again, it said what the captioning said.
I think we'd get along a lot better if you stuck to asking me one question at a time.
What do you know about his death?
No.
What do you know about Dr. Dekker's death?
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
Okay.
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Her history of violence. What is your history of violence?
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Claire's done. How were you provoked? Nope. Let's talk to Bryce. Who are you?
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No, I didn't know him.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
Why was he a psycho?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually.
She def said he died.
I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Okay, why? Why are you here?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
What do you do for work?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor. And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Why are people dying?
Sorry, I don't...
What deadlines did you miss?
Apparently, I've gone a little mad. For me, I have 25-hour days.
What? How are you mad? Oops. How are you mad?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
What do you do during this time? How does time slow? She said it at first, but on the second time she changed it. Yeah. Go back to that to double check. I didn't hear. Go back to that to double check. I didn't hear her say died. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go back because when I hit it again, she didn't say it.
No.
How does time slow down?
Is that something I should know about?
Yes.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
What do you please?
I have no knowledge.
How would I ask that? He can do as he please. What do you like to do? What do you do during that time? What? How do you please?
That doesn't...
What do you do during the midnight hour? What do you do during the midnight hour?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
I don't think you are crazy.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
Are you insane?
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
What work do you get done during that time? Now.
At midnight each day, time as you
I don't
know
know.
it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Do as I please. Do
An
as I
hour
please.
later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
I've never played that game, Magnum. Why was he depressed?
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Why are there no good grave diggers? Tell me about the extra hour.
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once. I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
Okay. Can you tell me these few reasons?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
How did Dr. Dekker die?
That's meaning.
Huh. I fall for the scholar's mate every time. Huh.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel.
Shovel.
I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though.
Not since I got the extra hour. Can you use a shovel?
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey.
I don't know what that means.
You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Curious. What kind of relics?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Do you like chess?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
How long are the archaeologists there?
I don't have...
Archaeologist?
I can't help you.
Fuck you.
Sorry, Henley Church, where I work.
Okay, Henley Church. Tell me more about Henley Church.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they
Ask them
expect
to
us
play
to
chess?
pack
Okay.
into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
Would you like to play chess? Do you want to play chess? Scientologist?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
Yes, I think so.
I can't help you.
Why don't you believe in God?
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
How is it a curse?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
No. Please go on.
I don't...
Do churches pay taxes in UK? That's a good question.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
No, I don't think there are too many.
Then we disagree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely that they've all got it wrong than one of them has it right, in my opinion.
Huh. Everyone's yellow. I can continue. Yeah, sure.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say. Quick catch up?
Sure. Who are you?
Sorry, that...
What did Ben have to say?
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
Where was Dr. Dekker found?
I wouldn't say we were best friends, but we did spend a lot of time together. There's only two of us that work here. I'm sure we'll become friends too, Doctor. Just try not to get murdered.
Who is Ben?
Sorry, didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell.
How did Dr. Dekker die?
I don't know exactly, but a stabbing of some kind. We'll be getting the autopsy through at some point. I'll let you know when. I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
Found it 20 minutes past 10, which means it probably wasn't the guy who gets the extra hour.
I'm not sure.
How did he find the body?
Yes. Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Dr. Dekker was killed on Valentine's Day. I should ask the patients where they were on that day.
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while.
What is his line of work?
Yes. Ben found Dr. Dekker's body.
Where were you? Where were you on Valentine's Day?
Yes, you know, the 14th of February, the day of love. Or remembering a massacre. Whichever's more you.
She looks familiar. I wonder if she was in one of the other games.
Yes. Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office. I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty
She's not
shook
answering
up
your
about
questions right,
finding
yeah.
the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down.
Police.
The police weren't very talkative either.
What did the police say?
The police wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect.
Did you do it?
Sorry, Doc.
Are you a suspect?
I think the police want you to make a short list
Why
of
me?
suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me. Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Are you single?
I can't answer.
No.
I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me.
Who all had access to the office?
Do you
Oh, she's
think
asking
I'm
me a question.
suspect?
Yes, I think you are.
That's a good question. I just wish I knew the answer.
Yes, I think you are a suspect.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose everyone's a suspect at the moment, even you. They did mention I needed grief counselling, though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you didn't agree, but I thought I'd let you know. That's very kind of you.
That's a dual relationship and is unethical. Do you want me to lose my license? was gonna ask her something else. Why would I be a suspect? No. Let me get a hint. Were there any clues?
I didn't see it myself, so I don't know. But I heard it was a bit of a mess with all the blood and everything. You know, they have people who clean up after such things, though, so you really can't tell, can you? But don't worry. That's a new chair.
Was there a lot of blood? What was he killed with?
Sorry. I didn't see it myself, so I don't know. But I heard it was a bit of a mess with all the blood and everything. You know, they have people who clean up after such things, though, so you really can't tell, can you? But don't worry. That's a new chair.
She had nothing to say. Nothing to say.
I'm having a loop day.
Hey, Nathan.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
This is the first time I've had this day.
I'm not sure that's the
How many loops?
I'm not sure that's
How many times have you had this day?
I'm not sure that
What is a loop day?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again?
Her name is Jaya.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
You met her in secondary school.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
No, that would not be funny.
I agree.
Huh.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
I did know that yesterday. No, there's nothing to be done. Huh. So he was murdered where you were sitting? Yeah, I think so.
I'm having a loop day.
What's a loop day?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again?
Her name is Jaya.
I suppose you did remember that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
You met Hannah in secondary.
Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but I've got a pill.
What does the pill do?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it. Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
No, I don't think you should.
I'm not sure that's the answer.
No. Nope. Do you want to take it?
I'm not sure that.
No, you shouldn't take it.
I'm not sure that's the
Yes, you should take it.
I'm not sure that's
What the fuck do you want from me?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loot day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it. Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
What if I just say no? No.
I'm not sure that's the
Yes.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
No, you should not.
I'm not
Do not take the tablet.
I'm not sure that's
No, don't take the tablet.
You're cool. I don't think this is getting us anywhere, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Again.
Well, it's Groundhog's Day. Again.
I'm having a loot day. I'm not
Oh yeah, what's a loop day?
It's a do-over day. You won't remember it. What's the name of your assistant again?
It's Jaya.
Well done. Can you...
Secondary.
I'm not sure that...
You met Hana in secondary.
I'm not sure that's the answer.
You met in secondary school.
Yeah, great. Is there anything you can say that's going to break this loop for me?
Yes.
I'm not sure that's...
Yes. I can break this loop. Yes. No, I can't say anything.
I'm not... Yeah, great. Is there anything you can say that's going to break this loop for me?
Say Jaya and secondary school before you ask what a loop day is. That's a good idea. I can't help you break this loop. I can't.
Yeah, great.
How can I help?
I'm not...
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's right. You have a pill, alright?
I never mentioned a pill this time, or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my days?
We have had this conversation before. No, I am not. I'm not reliving your days.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived. Like some kind of sim theory.
What is sim theory?
It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside a computer simulation and someone is controlling us. And there are millions of these sims. And someone somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor. Wait, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
At midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out,
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Act 2. Valentine's Day.
Ooh. Deja vu. Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already. I've got this for you, too. It's some more footage from Professor Alderby that was hiding away. Well, come find me if you need anything.
So we have Lacey, Jasmine, Bryce, Claire, Ellen, Mariana, and Nathan. It's Jaya.
That's not really something I know about.
Did you win? I didn't win yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going or break it up there. I'll go for a little bit longer. Do you have that pill?
I don't know what.
Okay. Hello again, Nathan.
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
How many times did you loop? No. Why did you regret it?
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I've decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
My favorite season is season 2 of Frasier. I think he gets less annoying during that season. Oh wait, hold on. My favorite season is spring.
If you like spring, you're supposed to be optimistic and creative. Well, that explains why we're still having these sessions.
I'm getting something to drink. I'm also getting an ice cream sandwich. Okay. What if I said my favorite season is autumn?
Should I know something?
No, so once you get locked in. Where were you on the 14th?
Pass.
Where were you on Valentine's Day?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
What was her epitaph?
We walk alone without our angel.
What does that mean?
Sorry.
What does her epitaph mean? Okay. Do you believe in angels?
Can't up you.
Have you met the grave digger?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It's the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
You like Heavenly Church?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it then covered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Who did Dr. Dekker see that day?
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. That's even a thing.
Do you believe in curses?
Sorry, I don't know. Is it me or did it just really get cold in here? I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it then covered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
I don't think you have anything to do with the murder.
I don't know. Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. That's even a thing.
Okay. How did he curse you?
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am. Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
What do you want advice on?
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
Why fire? You regretted... Is that a word, regretted? You regret burning her clothes. I would say neither. I would say neither.
I don't know what you're talking.
You should not burn either.
Sorry.
You should burn her chair.
Set fire to the rocking chair. I never like the way it moves forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards.
As opposed to up and down? So I'm missing something with the epitaph and something with the church still.
We walk alone without our angel.
I tried angel already. Who is your angel?
I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me. She was an angel to everyone.
Interesting. Are you alone?
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
I think it would be helpful to look for someone else.
I've got...
Yes, you should look for someone else.
Okay, fine. I'll try. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, though. Just sign up to Tinder and start swiping.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just company I'm missing. Although I don't really want any.
Why don't you want any company?
Can't help you.
Okay.
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Who did Dr. Dekker see? Okay. Let's talk to somebody else. Because, actually, let's get a hint. I should talk to the other patients. Okay. Mariana. Hello again.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
How am I better behaved?
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
What a dick.
That's not good behavior,
No.
is it?
No, that is very bad.
Don't ask me.
No, that is bad.
Don't know.
Why is everyone saying it's cold? What does she say?
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
Okay. Did you date Dr. Dekker?
Your computer.
He dated his patients?
I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
So she's jealous. Are you jealous?
Sorry, no. I think your button's undone.
He liked older women?
Sorry. I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how.
Were you too young for him?
No idea. Is that a dance? I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved.
Okay. Does the beach cause your blackouts?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session.
Okay.
Kind of missed it.
You miss it?
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
Why would you go back?
I don't know.
Where were you on Valentine's Day?
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Did you black out on Valentine's Day? No. When was the last time this bee did it? I don't know. You blacked out.
Clueless.
Okay. Let's move on to Elin. Hello again, Elin.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest.
Did you kill someone?
Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
What did they say you stole?
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
me about Alice.
Alice was one of my favourites. She never held back.
You don't like
Spoke
nudists?
her mind about everything. But she had a wicked sense of humour.
I would be a nudist. It does not bother me to be naked. Ellen is accused of stealing, said it started with the locket. What else had the patient's given her? Have you gotten any other gifts? It started with the locket? What do you mean, started?
I'm not sure. This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Huh. That was, shorter than it was normal.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do. Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Hilda. How is Hilda worse?
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our
I
last
do
session.
remember.
She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late.
Why do you need to see her?
To help her finish her unfinished business. People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
What is her unfinished business?
Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so
Straya.
I'm going to have to use my talent.
What is your talent?
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
I'm gonna ask her to do it.
I don't know. I don't know.
No. Are you a faceless man? Well, that was the plot of the other one, the Shapeshifting Detective.
I can change my skin. What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one.
Can you show me?
Just,
Okay, I'll try that.
Hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
Comfort them.
I don't really have anything to tell you. I only shift at work to help my patients.
She only shifts at work.
I don't have any interest in using it as a party trick or to deceive anyone.
Huh.
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Yeah, it's shorter than what it used to be. Tell me about the locket.
I think we've got a bit off track. Maybe you should check your notes.
Maybe you should shut the hell up and not tell me how to do my job. Let me get a hint. What? That's what I asked. I asked that.
I have a few other things. A watch.
I'll ask that.
A ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really. Of course, it was Terry that accused me of stealing. One of
Terry
the other
Hintz.
nurses. She's She trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK.
Hospital serial killer?
Healthcare
Healthcare.
serial killer. You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I suppose you haven't heard of it. Anyway, because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts, Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off. That's not really important. Ask me something else.
I believe it's very important, but okay. A ring is not a trinket.
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die. But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor? Am I wrong to keep the locket? Sorry.
Yes, you are wrong.
Really? I don't see the harm. Alice wanted me to have it. You and Terry and all the other nurses just don't understand.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Let us go on to somebody else. Oh, no, actually. Where were you on Valentine's Day?
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
What did you do on your date?
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know?
Don't mention
Dinner at a
Terry
nice
hints, I still miss him.
restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier.
Okay.
Held hands, had a bit of a kiss.
Bit of a snog.
Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone.
Did you see anyone else by the pier?
I feel like you're asking me questions about something.
Where did you eat?
That's not really...
Okay, let's listen to this again.
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home,
He got a
alone.
cab.
I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to. If you think I need an alibi.
I just had 2 fillings done today, so my mouth kind of hurts a little bit. Maybe Jai should check Elan's alibi with the taxi company. Elin, accused of stealing, said it started with a locket. We already read that. Claire. I don't like Claire. Hello again, Claire.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today. I went to the Lakers. I always go to the Lakers anyway, but it's also where they died.
Did you see David?
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
Where do you leave the spare?
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about, Doctor. But I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one.
That's not one of his names.
The elder god, Cthulhu.
Oh, that god.
However you address it. Listen to me. You're not listening. It's your only bloody job. Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood. God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered. Without chaos, he has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means to an end. They're not all cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not to spread chaos yourself, to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time, as by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float. 3, 2, 1. You think nothing happened. Where's your glass, Doctor?
Yeah, I know I was muted. I thought there was more going. There we go. I had to click.
Are you bored? Do you want me to talk about...
As a priest of the old ones who really don't matter to him? Yeah, exactly. Tell me about your parents.
I don't know.
How did your parents die?
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
A silent
I
killer.
was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
They died at the lake house?
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
You can tell I was muted just from the ambient sound. I wonder if maybe I should mute or lower myself and then talk just a little bit louder. Is that a little bit better? I should get a mic cover though. You're right.
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
Okay. Tell me about this girl.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
What did you talk about?
Perhaps we should change the subject.
What did the girl say?
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
I forgot you asked me a question. Yes, you are allowed to talk to her.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
Yes, you can find her again if you want.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
Why did she look sad?
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
What does David hunt?
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them.
Gross.
I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
Where were you on Valentine's Day?
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
What did you discuss that day?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
The last time you saw him?
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
That's weird. So Claire's all done. Claire is done. Let's go to Bryce. Who's Jasmine? Who's Jasmine and Lacey? Let's go to Bryce. Hello, Bryce.
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
How have you been out of control?
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
I would watch people sleep. Bryce asked what I would do if I had an extra hour. Maybe I should suggest things he might have done to gain his trust. I wonder if he's stolen anything or spied on anyone or helped anyone. Yeah, I think I would probably spy on someone.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
What happened next?
No.
What happened after you took off her clothes?
I don't know.
Okay, neither do I. What happened then?
No.
God dang it.
Well, that makes me feel a little
Ask
better.
about Batman, like Phantasmagoria too. Okay.
There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
Okay, so Jessica.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
So my first thought is to ask to see the pictures because that would be like proof of his time freezing ability, but it just seems weird. Yes, I think that is wrong.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Why is it Dr. Dekker's fault?
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed.
How did he change?
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
What changed about his advice?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time. So I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it. When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously.
Who was the doc
It
seeing
took me
again?
a while
All the
to
patients
work
that we've
out
been talking
that
to.
everyone was frozen and only I could
Or
move.
who was he seeing romantically?
Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground? Ha! That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
I would help people with my hour.
I did think, what good could I do, other than catch up with work? I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched, so I gave her purse back, and the crook, I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I have no idea where it was going. She'd never really be able to thank me, so I took another picture.
Oh God, what a freak. How many pictures have you taken? Oh, I helped you, so I get naked pictures from you. That is wrong.
I have no idea.
Can I see? I'm just asking this for proof. Okay. I don't remember what the name of the person he was dating was. Have you stolen anything?
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
What have you stolen? What bigger things?
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have
call it
all
gas.
kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Every time I hear British people saying, like, oh, Americans are so dumb, they call petrol a liquid, gas. But gas is just short for gasoline. That's it. I gotta ask for my Valentine's Day.
I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. They had a display with the theme, Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but they were well done.
Did anyone see you at the gallery? No. I don't have time to stream today. Boom, found the lie. I'm almost done. I'm gonna wrap up here pretty soon. Also, it combusts the vapors of the gasoline, so it's literally a gas. Exactly. Hello, Jasmine.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
He did.
Who told you to ask that?
He did.
Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
He was stabbed on Valentine's Day.
You've confused me a bit.
He was stabbed.
Ouch. I didn't really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
I didn't say Valentine. I didn't say he died on Valentine's Day, you murdering whore!
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic. I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy who takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce though. Providence is open 24 hours.
What is Providence?
I don't know.
What is the name of the gallery?
I really...
Okay, whatever. I don't know if I have much more to say to you. Hello, Lacey?
Just one question at a time, please.
Hello.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
No, who are you? I don't know about you.
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80, and they diversion burgled her.
What is that? I've never heard that term
But
before.
she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
Ugh.
So I started a neighbourhood watch.
Diversion burgled. never. Diversion burglary doesn't bring anything up on Google, so. I should ask Lacey about the neighborhood watch. Tell me about the neighborhood. I'm gonna spell it right. Oh wait, they spelled it wrong. Look up here, they spell it neighborhood.
It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we
And by
were
wrong, I mean the
overreacting.
American way.
If they want their throats cut, that's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes. Poor Agnes.
Poor Agnes. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they? Have they?
Should I put my STEMI in GME? I would say no. They never found Agnes's body.
Just one question at a time.
They never found her body?
Don't know. It was me and Agnes.
Okay, let me talk about this. Who is Agnes?
She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
What is the truth?
It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman.
Slender Man.
I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing.
What is it?
Sorry, It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing.
Is that like a house thing? What is double glazing? That's what I do to my donuts.
I don't know. I didn't answer the door. Best not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's. Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
Poor Agnes.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered. Where is Agnes, though? I haven't found her, have they?
No, they haven't found Agnes.
They haven't found her because that thing ate her.
What's
Or made her
MFKB?
disappear or something. Her useless husband managed to survive unscathed, though.
Who is her husband?
Don't know much about him. Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either. He did at first,
Her mouth
when the
barely
police
moves.
were crawling around. But now they've gone, that stopped. If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd... Keep asking. Don't know much about him.
She's got to complete the story.
Other than the
but
fact
it's
that
like-
he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet. He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either.
He's not. Christian!
No. He's a Weasley little man. He spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there.
I don't know what
The
that means.
constant digging and building, pruning and soaring.
Soaring. What is the National Trust?
Have you been listening to me?
I don't know what the National Trust is.
No. He's a Weasley little man. He spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the National Trust back there.
Digging.
The constant dig.
What is he digging? What is he digging?
What a thing to say! Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer. Unless...
Maybe he killed Agnes? Maybe he is a killer.
No, I can't really answer.
Unless...
Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think...
I think it's possible.
That sounds like something I
do think so.
I'm not really sure.
Yes, I do think.
That's not... Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations...
Foundations. Foundation? Oop, foundation?
I need to call the police. I need to call them now.
What's the number?
But they won't listen to me. I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you. Please, could you call them, Doctor?
No. Okay. In the chat, should I call or should I not? 999. No, it's 0118 88199 9119 7253. Should I call the police? I'll take the first answer that I get. Should I call the police? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, okay.
Thank you, Doctor. Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you. Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the leech lady?
Why did he call you the leech lady?
He said that I leech thoughts from people. Suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too. I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
What do you do for a living?
I suppose I could tell you, but I don't have all the gossip.
What do you do for your job?
That's not really...
Are you having an affair?
I'm not really...
Oh my god.
He said that I leech thoughts from people. Suck 'em right out of their heads. And I can put thoughts in there too. I'm not that clever though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
What do you do for a living?
Sorry,
What do you do?
Keep asking.
What's your job.
I suppose I could.
Where do you work?
No, I can't.
How do you make money?
Have you been listening?
£10 for a plain McDouble.
That sounds.
Don't people look at the bottom left when they are lying or something? That's, I think, a lot of it is pseudoscience. What happened to Agnes? How long have I been able to do that?
Doctor, you're so good. We're going to get on just fine.
What is double glazing?
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa. Snakes for her face. And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream.
I've never heard
That was the
phrase.
end of Agnes.
Is that a phrase? Where were you on Valentine's Day?
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight.
Nice
For
one.
us less fortunates without a love in their life. Well, now. Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
No, I am all alone. No, actually, yes, I have a fiance.
Don't know.
No, I have a wife.
That's not.
I am not alone.
I suppose I could
Yes, I have some.
keep him safe. You never know who's going to come knocking on your door. I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a
Cat
person
Canary,
into
yeah,
a, well,
exactly.
it looked like.
A Medusa. A Medusa has snakes for hair, not a snake face.
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need?
Well, you shouldn't call it a Medusa.
You're starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either.
That's all for Lacey. Literally everything. Nathan. Did Dr. Dekker tell you to imagine something? Imagination.
Pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I did get a call from him. He was rambling on about something to do with hypnosis. My mind literally switched off. It must have been good though, because that was one of those nights when I slept through to the next day.
Hypnosis. Do you believe in hypnosis?
No idea.
Have you been hypnotized? Where were you at the time of Dr. Dekker's murder?
Sorry, no.
What else can you tell me about Dr. Dekker?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
You don't drink. You're a liar. No, don't. I will punch you in your fucking face. Alright? I'd rather breach my contract that way. I thought Mariana said she didn't drink. but you don't drink.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
Did you just drink?
Sorry.
Oh my god. I don't want to just
Yeah,
click on
drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
these. Okay. What was the other one? Oh, yeah. How are you persuasive?
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
Fishing for compliments, are we?
No idea.
Uh-huh.
I know, it's pretty hard to
Says a
believe, isn't
nice
it?
smile.
I feel pretty ugly.
Feels pretty ugly.
But I think I have a nice smile.
Why do you think you feel ugly, Uggo?
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful.
Lots of people think I'm attractive.
It makes me feel dull by comparison.
I saw a snake lady. Hi, Haley. What did you see that was beautiful?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Put your shoes on.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor. I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late. Okay, well, just let me know.
Feel scared by that? Yeah. Jesus. I also got a call right at the same time too, so it was like, what the fuck?
I have a recurring dream where I find
Can you
something
sue someone for finding a body? Is that a thing?
in
No.
the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor.
Let's
wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
There's no tort there. I've got to pee. I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. I am back. I'm sorry about that, guys. go back. No, no. Mariana's done. But there was something else, right? No. Oh, that's question history. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Intimate secrets.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Huh. Okay.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Okay.
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair's pretty, Doctor?
It's alright. Your hair is alright. Your... Yes, I like your hair. There.
It's such a mess.
I hate people like you.
But thank you. I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
Yes, it is obvious.
Clueless.
Jacob, get down. My kitty's trying to climb on my desk. Alright, I'm taking my lunch break, so I gotta bounce, but I love you. I hope you have a great day. See you, Ian. Thank you.
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
I don't like you.
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
No, I am not offering.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
You whore. I'm just kidding, by the way. I don't believe in calling people that. Elon. Where were you at the time of Dr. Dekker's murder?
So yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, I still can't get over it.
Bryce, can you tell me anything else about Dr. Dekker?
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I don't have... Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
You see a ghost? Do you see ghosts?
You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
Have you seen Dr. Dekker?
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker.
That's not who I wanted to talk to.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
Why was there a decoy?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
I'm Jewish, so I need to be buried.
If you're buried, people can bring you back. You don't want to see people when they've come back.
You see people when they come back?
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
Mind games.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
Why a super villain?
Sorry, Doc.
Okay, let's talk to Jaya. What did you want me to say again? Solicitor? We don't have solicitors, we have lawyer.
I don't know.
We have lawyers. A barrister.
I don't know any. I'm not trying to hide anything. I just.
Okay.
So, should I get a solicitor or shall we try and talk it out with him?
You should get a solicitor. Am I spelling it solicitor?
I think you might be.
I think we should get a solicitor.
I think we should get a solicitor. I know the perfect firm. I'll do it all. Don't worry about it. And that's why we've got insurance for these kinds of things anyway. But the cheek of it.
Who had meetings on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day, Dr. Dekker had a session with Claire Castleford at 11 and that nurse, Elin, at 3. Everyone else cancelled. You should see this place Christmas Eve. I was at home though, so I don't actually know who came in. Dr. Dekker did phone and ask me for Nathan's number, which is a bit strange.
Did Dr. Dekker call you the day he was murdered? Did Dr. Dekker call you?
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Did Dr. Dekker phone you? Okay. What else? How are you?
Hey you! Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it though.
Tell me how you feel.
I've got no idea.
Why do you think you don't have it?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit numb. Maybe we should just talk about him.
Yeah, tell me about Dr. Dekker.
It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
What do you think of the patients?
Most of the patients are suspects, according to the police. Almost all the patients are referred, and some of them are privates, but Dr. Dekker didn't introduce any of them.
Who introduced them?
Sorry, Doctor.
Let me read that one again.
It hadn't even been a year. He was...
Okay. What did you chat about?
It's very interesting that you asked me that.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about Nathan.
Oh, I just want to cuddle Nathan all up. He's such a mess. He's always in the same clothes. You know, he barely talks to me, though. It's the same hello every time. He reminds me of Tom.
Who's Tom?
Tom was a quiet mess, like Nathan. Youngish, in his early 20s. He taught piano, but he did have a strange hobby.
What was his hobby? I don't think I should have to
Tom
ask that.
liked to base jump. That's basically falling from a huge building or mountain and pulling your parachute before you hit the ground. He started to think he could fly. Dr. Dekker tried to talk him out of it, but Tom had to prove his point. So one day, Tom decided to base jump without a parachute. Can you guess what happened?
Did he die?
I can't help you.
What do you think of Mariana?
Mariana is a special girl.
I agree.
You know, there's something about her that just makes you want to follow her. Maybe that's what a trendsetter looks like.
Do you want to follow her?
I can't help.
What do you think of Elin?
Elin seems like a lovely person. I'm not really sure why she's here.
What do you think of Claire?
Claire seems to be shaken by something. You know, I offer her drinks every time she comes in, but she always refuses them. It's as if she just wants to come in, get her session over with, and then run off to do something else. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
What do you think of Bryce?
I think Bryce has a lot of misdirected anger. I don't think I like him that much. You know, sometimes when things overrun, he's outside waiting for you, and he stares at me as if he's undressing me with his eyes. You know, he's not the first person that's done that, but still, you know, it feels worse coming from him.
What do you think of Jaya?
I have no...
Jaya?
I-
Okay. Alderby.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
No, you did not mention that.
Sorry, Doctor, I don't know.
Okay.
Tom liked to...
Did Tom die?
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
What is Tom's problem?
I don't know.
Nathan think his problem is? God dang it.
He did die. He was hit by a rock from further up the mountain. He never got to fly. Nathan thinks he knows what his problem is too, but if he's not careful, he'll get hit by that rock. I wish I'd said goodbye.
Okay. You didn't say goodbye?
I wish I'd said goodbye to Dr. Dekker. It was so sudden. Here, then gone. He resigned anyway, but that's not the same, is it?
He resigned? When did he resign?
Dr. Dekker resigned shortly before his murder. It's sad, but doctors come and go and only poor Jaya remains. I've got his resignation letter somewhere. I do all the hiring and firing around here. Well, Professor Alderby and the Trust technically do that. It hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patient?
Why did he work late?
We'd work late together on all sorts of things. He was preoccupied with finding patterns in patients, trying to find some kind of order.
Did he ever talk about chaos?
Nobody likes chaos, Doctor. We're supposed to be restoring order, don't you think?
Huh. What did he say about order?
I think you might be...
What types of patterns?
Mainly he was searching for a common experience the patients might have had. That's what led them to his office. He'd study everything, even the referral letters.
What referral letters?
Yes, letters, parking tickets, holiday destinations. I find those referral letters... He was sure there was a pattern in them.
Okay, we're done.
David Hunt,
I can change my skin.
then Skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh, Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, I'm so glad you're here.
Don't hug me. Act 3. Spiked. Okay. Well, that's where we're gonna call it. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Yep, I will see you guys later. I'm liking this game, and I'm interested in streaming more. So I will definitely do that soon. Bye.